Aha, 'tis I, Long John Silver.
It's not. Tricked you. It's I, the bearded lady, Andru from Hairy Game Lords. You've watched the unboxing, Zatu Games, that I have done of this beauty. Now, let's see what I thought of it. As you've seen from the unboxing video, this box is jam-packed full of aceness. Ace theming, ace components. Tell us more about those components. You know you want to. So you've got like wooden components like this. This is a caliper, according to the rulebook. I would have probably called it a compass, but then that's confusing because this is a compass. This is nice plastic compass, and it kind of fits over the miniatures on the board, like so. Nice, yeah, like what I've done there. I didn't do it, the game creators have done it. And so there's stuff like that. The miniature quality is brill. These playables, lovely silky finish. And great card as well, but a little bit of a closer look. The stuff that's made out of the thicker kind of card. So like this little cool treasure chest thing, which is cool. I'll explain more about this later. You open it up and you close it and you put little things in there like that. Well, as you can see, I don't know whether you can see, but yeah, look at this bit here. So it is a little bit teary. Is that a word? It is now. So yeah, that is coming apart a little bit. There's a few other little bits and pieces like this that are showing a little bit of wear and tear. And we've only played one game, so I'm not sure how long-standing those will be, and whether I can salvage them by, I don't know, maybe laminating them again or something like that. That might be an option. Might look bobbins though afterwards, but hey. So the components are brilliant, apart from the odd bits and pieces like these thicker cards that are peeling a bit already. What's the basic information that we need to know? Treasure Island is by Matagot Games, and it is for ages 10 plus, for players 2 to 5, and it lasts about 45 minutes. Ha! So the box lies. I mean, says. Our first game took probably double that. It was the first game, so maybe we could get it down to 45 minutes. I don't see that happening ever. But that's fine because it's a fun game. It doesn't have to take 45 minutes. But they're the basics, information that you need. Thanks. Now, the rules in a nutshell are... Okay, in a piratey nutshell, well, that would be a coconut shell. In a coconut shell, one person plays Long John Silver. They buried the treasure on their little map somewhere, wherever they want, and then the other pirates have to try and locate that treasure. Long John Silver has an access to loads of different clues that he can give out to different players, and those players, the other pirates, cannot share that information. Also, he has access to some things that can misguide and mislead the other players, and he can use them at different times throughout the game. Usually they're dependent upon him using this little treasure chest, and so he can he can put little things in here. There are limited amounts of those, but they're little favours that can be given to different pirates sat around the table trying to find the treasure. They give them it gives them little favours, little abilities that other pirates don't get, and so there's that kind of feeling of mistrust that's being brought in with the other pirates, which is brilliant. Yeah, when Long John Silver plays these favours for other people, gives them to other people, he can then, it unlocks an ability on some of the cards that he can then use for his own advantage, thus creating more confusion and misguidance for the other players around the table. Long John Silver, all of this time, is locked in a tower on a location on the board that the other pirates have decided. And for so many rounds, and basically most of the rounds of the game, either 17 or 19, depending on the numbers that you're playing with, Long John Silver is locked away in prison or in jail. But when that time ticks over, when that calendar date comes along, either the 17th or the 19th day, Long John Silver escapes the tower, and he then, every turn, gets one action, and that action is to move in a straight line up to 6 miles on the board, not in reality. And he then can try and get to his treasure before anybody else. Brilliant fun. So the other pirates, the other players around the table, their job is simply to find the treasure before Long John Silver does, and before anybody else does sat around the table. They also have a little map in front of them behind their player board, which they are shading or colouring in, and all the clues that they are finding from the board, from their searches, from the exclusive stuff that they're getting in from Long John Silver, they're marking onto their board, creating a treasure map, so to speak, on where they think next they're going to go try and look for the treasure. Okay, I hear you. But what's the downtime between goes like? Would you, Adam and Eva, if I said there was 0 downtime in this game? You wouldn't believe it, would you? There is pretty much almost 0 downtime in this game. When someone else is having a go, you are as involved in that go as they are. You're looking at where they're searching on the map, or you are plotting on your map where you're going to go next. As they're the pirates. As Long John Silver, you're also looking because you're like, are they getting closer? And if they're not getting closer, if they're off around the board somewhere else, you're looking, perusing the cards on which card are you going to bring in next to mislead or to help, but not too much. So, next to no downtime at all. A win for me. Good times. Anything else to add? Another thing to add is this, the rulebook. So yes, the font in the rulebook, the text, is actually quite small. If you need to wear glasses, do. Or maybe use a magnifying glass. Good. Or a telescope. Anyway, so yeah, it's good. And I sat with the rules. I went through it a couple of times just to get it into my head. And then I just sat with the rules next to me as Long John Silver. And I found it was just really easy to follow. There was just one thing that I missed, which I then corrected later on, no biggie. And actually, we found that often when we play games brand new, we make a few mistakes. It happens. But we found that the mistake that I made was minor. It was corrected really easily. And actually, we found it really easy to play through following the rules without any serious mistakes. Didn't change the course of the game. So I found that as a real plus. Easy to understand, lots of pictures, lots of examples, and then just easy to flow through, and not time consuming either. So it wasn't like, oh, I was perusing the rules for ages. It was just a quick, I'll check back there, and I could do that whilst other people were kind of plotting and doing their thing. So no huge long time in the rules, and the rules aren't very long at all. And as I say, loads of great pictures and little tips as well. So you've got old Ben. Here he is, and he's giving you tips throughout the rule book that are just great things to go to as a quick kind of like reference when playing the game. Just little helps from good old Ben. Fantastic.
So, who do you think you could play this with?
I think it can play. I think it will play through well with people who are hardcore gamers, who like the adventure of gaming, who know about gaming, and I also think it will play through well with people who are relatively new to gaming. It carries, because you're writing on the board, because you're writing on your own boards as well, because there's that kind of zero downtime. It's really accessible for anybody to get in and play and have a go. And so, would I class it as a gateway game? Well, maybe so, because I think it is accessible for certainly family game, but also accessible for all players, and I think all players will really enjoy themselves as well. And I also think that you could have a game with sort of brand new players, so gateway gamers, and those people that are into more kind of like who are used to gaming. I think you could mix that up and play together, and one of the other people, you know, so the gateway gamers or the people that are used to board gaming, neither are going to suffer. It's going to play through really well and still be a lot of fun. So for me, that's a plus. It can only be a plus. And really easy to teach, really easy for people to get the theme. You could even, if you wanted to, dress up like pirates. That would be cool. Maybe that's for next time.
Okay. Yeah, but how did it feel playing the game?
Now, how did it feel playing the game? It felt really fun. Full of adventure, full of excitement. As Long John Silver, it was great. There was that kind of feeling of, I mean, when we sat down at the table, someone said, wow, you look like a DM, the dungeon master. And it feels that way. You have quite a lot of control over the gameplay on the board. So you know where the treasure is. Hey, you buried it. Well, you put a cross with pen. You buried the treasure. You know where it is. You are controlling what people can find out in terms of the cards that you're playing and that kind of like misleading and misguiding the cards that you're not only playing on the board, but then you get to choose what cards, hint cards to give out to different people. You're also controlling on what favours to give to people and how to and who to give them to, and that in itself is brilliant. Because already around the table, the players are not trusting each other. They're all out to get the treasure. Everyone's out for themselves. And so when you hand over the treasure chest to somebody and they pull out a little favour, they've not won it, but they have won a little bonus for themselves. And they're reading it and sort of like going, oh, cool. It is brilliant. Because the other player is like, what? Why are you favouring him? That's not fair. And to be able to do that just felt brilliant. It just felt a lot of fun. And then, you know, you do a little favour for that person. Because maybe you think, oh, well, I'm not signing this with this one person. So you give another favour to them and they're like, oh, cool, this sounds amazing. And again, the other player's like, what? Mine didn't sound that amazing. And so all the time there's this kind of mistrust. There's the element of bluffing as well, which is fun. You get to choose which sort of like verification seal to put on, whether it's going to be true or whether it's going to be a bluff. You get to choose when to do that, and it just feels fun. And then the whole time you're kind of wanting to get out of prison so that you can go and get the treasure. So there's that whole element of like you're controlling this thing, but then you're not controlling it either, because each of the pirates, they're going around the board. They're drawing on the board. They're plotting out where they're going to go and search, and some of them are getting closer and closer to where you have buried the treasure, and that feeling of like angst and that excitement and Are they going to find it? Oh, they've laid down a search circle so close to the treasure. Is there any way that I can kind of lure them away by some of the next cards that I'm going to play, or by giving them hints that like take them off the direction? There's just that whole kind of excitement going on all the time as Long John Silver. I loved it. It felt brilliant, and I look forward to feeling that again. That kind of like adrenaline that you're getting, and really, it's a board game, but you're getting that experience, that adventure, that thrill, that excitement, that fun from this game. So much fun. So as a pirate, how did I feel? Well, as a pirate, you also feel that kind of similar excitement as Long John Silver. That excitement of, although I don't know where the treasure is, I've got a whole load of actions in front of me, a whole load of abilities, and I've also got some special secret stuff that Long John Silver has given to me, nobody else. Only I know this information, no one else knows it, and I'm going off searching for this treasure. I'm able to search in different ways. I can do large searches, small searches. I can do like full gallops across the board, and that feel of I'm on a hunt, I'm hunting stuff down, is brilliant. Again, you've got that angst of, oh, they are looking over there. Maybe they know something. Well, they do know something that I don't know, or do they? Maybe they're just bluffing, or maybe they're just guessing. So there's that feeling there of like that it's excitement, but that feeling of, oh, are they getting closer to the treasure, or am I? Just lots of feelings of fun. The game was fun throughout. Everybody who played it said how much they enjoyed playing it, and we will be playing it again. Absolutely, the replayability on it is there. I want to play different characters. Each character has their own special ability, their own kind of search that helps them. I want to play each of those and see how it feels. I want to play different pirates, Long John Silver, with different numbers of people to play with. It's there, and the great thing is that every time we play the game, the treasure is going to be buried in a different location. And I don't think it's ever going to get boring, because there's always that sense of, I don't know where the treasure is, but I'm going to try and find it. And then with Long John Silver, there's that thing of, I do know where the treasure is, but will people find it? Or will I be able to get out and go and get the treasure before they do? When I was playing as Long John Silver, I came out and I had to go and lead them on a merry dance, hoping that I would lead them away from where the treasure was. A lot of pirates were around near where the treasure was. I wanted to lead them away. Didn't work. Just so much fun. Loads of replayability. Great fun for the family. Well worth getting. In fact, go to Zatu Games. Type in Treasure Island. You will find it there for a brilliant price. Order it today. You will not be upset. It's such a fun game. Brilliant components. Great artwork. Just awesome fun. Go, do it, enjoy.